I recently asked the question, how many Hoonicorns is too many? Let that sink in for a second. It's a trick question. There is a right answer, though. You can't have too many.
Welcome to CK4RC.
Welcome back to the channel. I've got 4 mini Hoonicorns on the table. We're going to test them out. We're going to see which ones are good, if any of them are good, how expensive are they worth getting? 2 of them, well, one of them I can guarantee you is a no. The other one is likely a no. One of them I already know from other videos. It's a hard yes. And the other one, I want it to be good. I fear it's not going to be as good. So anyway, here we go. From largest to biggest. Let's do that. And I know that I'm missing, there's a 16 scale Hoonicorn knockoff from Banggood. I know that I'm missing that. There's a brushed and a brushless version of that. I don't have that, unfortunately. At least not yet. So I did manage to pick up one of these 43rd scale drifters. And of course, I went with the Hoonicorn because I'm a muscle car guy. I'm a Ford guy. And listen, we need to have this conversation real quick. There's probably not, well, arguably, one of the most iconic Ford performance cars ever is this guy, the Hoonicorn. This thing, it's up there with the Ford GT40. It's up there with Eleanor. It's up there with the Bullet Mustang. We're talking about some iconic performance cars coming from Ford Motorsports. I'm not going to include the Shelby Cobra because technically that wasn't manufactured by Ford. They powered it, but the car was designed by Carroll Shelby independently. Whatever. We don't need the history lesson on cars that we're not reviewing or anything else. Anyway, so let's get to it. And while I'm unleashing this, I did find proper sticker sheet for the 43 scale Hoonicorn Drifter. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've had it out of the box. This is incredible. Those wheels are spot on. It's got the air dam and the spoiler on the back. The front, or is that a splitter? Not an air dam. The air dam's up front. It's got a great little hood scoop on there. It's not the twin blowers or superchargers, turbochargers, whatever they are. It doesn't have those sticking up. And this is not licensed, so you might be able to see here the Monster logo is just 3 slash lines. Looks very reminiscent of a Monster logo. And then instead of Hoonigan, it says Gymkhana, which I kind of like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, this little guy right here has some pretty good steering angle on it. This is 4-wheel drive drift car right here, and it's got some nice hard tires. It's going to be great for drifting. So we'll give this guy a rip here in a little bit. So you know what? I'm not even going to put it back in the box. There it is. Number 1, out and about in the world. Feeling like a proud papa right now. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means either. Okay. Next up, we've got an actually licensed Hoonicorn. This is coming from, who's this from? Where's the brand on this thing? We're talking about, what are we talking about? Fly Bar. That's who it is. Listen, it's a toy. This is a toy RC, but it's 32nd scale, and I'm a sucker for mini RCs, and the smaller, the more of a sucker I am for it. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're working with. I've got a 32nd scale officially licensed Hoonicorn. I can't and I won't pass that up. Stuff's falling down. Who cares? Don't need it. Don't want it. I need a screwdriver to unscrew that thing. Whatever. That is not proportional any controls, but that is a fully licensed body. It's got the American Racing sticker right there on the trunk. It's got the official Hoonigan stickers on there. It does have, I'm holding the box wrong. You can't even see what I'm talking about anyway. It's got the chargers up there, superchargers, turbochargers. Which one is it? Drop it down below. Let me know, because I'm messing it up real bad. Okay. Kill all tires right back there, just like the real thing. This thing, it's not going to kill any tires. But I want to see if I can make it do some donuts, maybe a little bit of drifting. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So there's a 43rd, 43rd. I was right. 43rd, 32nd. And then right here, we've got 118 from HBX, High Boxing. Now, this is the one that I'm a little concerned with. Only because there's two versions of this car and they ship randomly. There's the original V1, and then there's the updated V2. And I think I know which one I have. There's no way for me to know for sure because there is zero English anywhere on this box. I mean, literally anywhere. So this is straight up foreign to me. I don't know what it says other than it does have 118 and it does have the High Boxing logo. I know that. But I did see something. So, right, and it does say RTR F4WD. So, all right. So I guess there's a little bit, 2.4 gig, of course. And this right here is my giveaway, 180. So the first version comes with a 180 size motor. It does not come with a gyro, and it comes with an old crappy battery connector. V2 is the one I wish I would have had. It comes with a 370 motor. It comes with a better battery connector, and most importantly for a drifter, it comes with a gyro. Battery all loosey-goosey in here. This is not licensed by any means. It says Swifter on there. It's got some really generic looking rip-off. I mean, some jagged lines supposed to look like Monster. It does have body clips. Oh, goodness. This spoiler on here. This thing is heavily taped. I'll have to rip this thing out, but that spoiler, I don't know if you see the fuzz on there? Look at that. HBX, I expect at least a little bit better than that. Come on. So I got to say, this one, I don't have high expectations. I want to. If it was the V2, I think we would be in for a treat. But the V1, it leaves me a little concerned. So here we go. 118, 132nd, 143rd, and finally, from Flybar, it is officially licensed. From Hoonigan, 1/16 scale. The top speed on this thing is laughable. Literally says 6 miles per hour. For a drifter, for a Hoonicorn, I need you to do better. I just do. I need you to do better. So the way that the 32nd scale is advertised, it's 4 miles per hour. The 16 scale is 6 miles per hour. They also have, I think it's an 8th scale. It's a big one. And it only goes 7 miles per hour. An 8th scale Hoonicorn drift car going 7 miles an hour? Get it together, Flybar. Do it or don't do it right, or don't do it at all. You know what I mean? That's what my dad always told me. Speaking of which, my Only RC shirt, I figured I'd go with kind of a racing theme, because we're talking about nice, serious race cars right here. It's not broken. I just converted my 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive mid-race. Listen, I do a lot of crawlers, but I'm not just a crawler guy. It's CK4RC. It's not CK4RC crawlers. So I figured I'd go with a race theme shirt, because Only RCs offers buggies and all kinds of different stuff. So go to the website, use my discount code down in the video description, copy and paste it, get the stuff, save the money, do all that. So here's the 16 scale. This thing is going to be lame. I mean, sorry, but it just is. Honestly, the main reason I even picked this up, I got more stuff falling out. Who cares? Who cares? Main reason I picked this guy up is this is going to be a body donor. That's what's going to happen. I have much better performing cars than this, obviously. But this body is iconic. So I picked this up on clearance from, I think it's from my local Walmart. And so, yeah, I'm just going to jack that body and the rest of it can go away. But before I do that, we'll give it a run. We'll see if I can get it to rip a donut. Nothing in here is proportional whatsoever. Again, just lame, laughable. Flybar. The design is right. The build is not. Whatever. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to charge up some batteries. It's going to take me a little while. I got some batteries to charge. It takes 2 hours to charge this thing for 18 minutes of runtime. I don't know. That seems excessive to me, but hey, what do I know? I'm just some schmuck that has like 6 people that watches them on YouTube. Otherwise, I just talk to myself in my basement and record it and I play with toys. Whatever. I have fun doing it. That's what matters. That's why I keep doing it. And then hopefully more people will watch. But anyway, let's start ripping these around like a real Hoonigan. You know what I mean? So I will see you on the outside, and we'll see if we can spin some donuts and maybe a figure 8. I don't know if I'm that good, but we're gonna find out. Okay, we've got the mini Hoon lineup right here. So let's go ahead and do a quick rundown. I'm going to start with the biggest first because something tells me that the smaller ones might actually be more fun. So I'm going to save them for last. So I'm going to start with the big one right here. Let's peel this body off and show you what's going on down here. Nothing. There is nothing happening. Cool. Let's look at the transmitter. What do we got on the transmitter? We got an on and off button. We've got all gas. I highly doubt there's brakes. It's probably reverse. All left, all right. Nothing's proportional. It has a fake antenna mold, which is laughable. So, as much as there's nothing down here, there's nothing right here. Cool. And then down on the underside, we have some alignment that we can mess with if we want to. We have an on and off switch, and then we've got a battery tray. And it comes with one of these tiny little 1-cell, what are we looking at here? 500 milliamp 1-cell battery with a good old toy connector. I don't know. Let's give it a rip and see what happens. I went ahead and cleared up my porch a little bit. Excuse the mess. It's been kind of rainy and dirty. But that dirt, honestly, is going to be perfect to see if I can get this thing to break loose at all. So we'll see. First up, the fly bar with the top speed of what I say, 6 miles per hour. Well, that is about all the fun I'm going to end up having with this thing. That was straight disappointing. You guys see my awesome Crocs down there? As awesome as Flybar made the body, they made the actual RC just as bad. So that is super disappointing. Straight from reverse to throttle, throttle to reverse. That's the only way I could get these tires to break loose at all. So kill all tires, not with this model. So that brings us to Hoonicorn number 2 from HBX with the fuzzy spoiler. I mean, that is just crazy. Whatever. All right, let's pull this off, see what we're looking at. So we've got a nice little 2-cell down here. I don't know what milliamp it is. It comes with this weird battery plug. Sorry for the bad camera work. And then we've got The motor, it's what I say, 180. What I say? I don't know what I said. Whatever I said, that's what it is. It's the smaller of the two with a little heat sink up there. There's your power button. Here's a button for lights. It did come with a couple strips of LEDs that you can apply. But I'm not going to do that because the Hoonicorn is not about flash and lights. It's about raw, nasty American power. And they would not divert any kind of power to run something as superfluous as lighting. So I'm not going to do that either. This independent suspension doesn't seem too bad, really. It's nothing fancy, but that's not bad. Nice foam bumper up front. Little servo saver down here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe if I get the camera in the right place, but there's a servo saver down there. That's not bad. So, yeah, there's the chassis. Nothing fancy on the chassis, but let's give this thing a rip now. The remote does have alignment on the remote. It's got the on-off. It does have a couple extra up here: steering, reverse, slow, and normal. So we're going to check slow just to see how much of a difference it is, but we're not going to stay in slow. And then let's read this right here. Do not move the trigger before binding is fulfilled. And the fine print down here: failure to do so will cause your vehicle to go out of control. You guys thinking what I'm thinking? We're going to have to test that out. All right, so something straight away with the HBX that I'm not crazy about is you have to take the body off to get to the power button. And I'm not crazy about that. So let's see. We're going to start off in slow and see. Oh, it does have brake. Okay. Reverse is super slow, and it's not going to break loose. It's not going to break loose at all. So we're done with slow. Let's see what we got here in it says normal, but the opposite of slow is high. So let's see what high has for us in store here. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oof. Might not be quite enough space for this big 16 scale. Ooh. Get some J turns going on. That's fun. Oh, this thing. Even for being the V1, that's awesome. Even for being the V1 in high speed, this thing is a lot of fun, and it drifts like a champion, and it doesn't have a gyro. Remember, it's version 1, which does not come with the gyro. Also, nope, yep. Also, I'm not a drift racer, so somebody that knows what they're doing could probably drive this a whole lot better than me. But this is a blast. Oh, that's so fun. That is so fun. I got to get you guys down here for a better angle. My set screw just stripped out, so we'll see if I can film a little bit without losing the camera. Ooh, this thing is taking a beating right now. See if we can get some slow-mo, huh? HBX, a lot of fun. That brings us up to the 32nd scale fly bar. Now, I do not have high hopes for this, but simply because of the scale, I'm hoping that it will be more fun in relation to its size. It does have a miniature size version of the transmitter for the 30, or this is the 32nd, for the 16 scale. Miniature size, no controls whatsoever. It's not proportional by any means. On-off switch is all it's got with the fake antenna. Yeah, so it does have body clips, but again, there's nothing going on under there. There's an on-off button. There's a charging port. And there's your alignment down there on the car, which never the best setup, but that's what we got. All right, here we go with the 32nd scale fly bar. We turn on the transmitter. We turn on the car. All the lights are on. Nothing's flashing. It's two-wheel drive. I should note that the HBX was four-wheel drive. Oh, this is real bad. It doesn't want to turn to the left in reverse or to the right in reverse. In reverse, we're going straight no matter what direction we want to go. Ah, that turned a little bit there. And forward, who knows what direction we're going to go. It's up to the car. It's not up to us. Okay. I thought maybe relatively speaking the 32nd scale might have a little bit more punch packed for us just relative to its size, but turns out nope. Last up we have the 43rd scale Drifter that does have headlights and it has tail lights and it's four-wheel drive. Oh, you guys, that's got some juice. Oh, let's see what this thing's capable of. Here we go. Oh. Wow, this thing is awesome. And it does take some skill to drive this little thing, because if you just hammer down and crank it one way or another, you just get a donut machine. Ooh, but it can pull out of the donuts. That is quality. What a great little car. Got to feather the throttle a little bit to kind of keep it from getting too far out of control. But this thing is a lot of fun. Let's get down and have a closer look, shall we? I think we shall. That was pretty good until I ran into the leg of the chair. This thing is crazy good. Did anybody see that coming? Because I didn't see it coming to this level. What a fun day of driving. We did have a casualty over here with my lock nut on the tripod, my small tripod going out, so I'm gonna have to see if I can get that fixed. The fly bar, stay away from it. Straight trash, homie. The bodies look great. I got this one for a body donor. That was worth it. I got this one just to see if it would be worth it. Nope, it's not. Over here's where it's at. The HBX, yes, 100%. If you can get the second version, even better. And the 43rd scale drift car, wow. And I didn't even go over all of the features on the transmitter. So we do have a nice foam wheel on here. You can turn the lights on and off from the transmitter. You can change the light setting over here. You can actually turn up and down the speed. I didn't even mess with that. It was fast enough just on factory settings, so I didn't even mess with that. And you got your on and off switch back here. So nice little transmitter. And then your steering trim is actually right here. So a really nice little transmitter. And remember, this four-wheel drive with this body and all the features and the abilities of this thing, this was, I think at the time it was $25. It become so popular, the price has jumped up to around $40 right now, which still so worth it. But also, if you look on Banggood and AliExpress, you can still find these in that $20 to $25 range if you look carefully. So all in all, these two, 100% yes. Now, if you guys are thinking the same thing I'm thinking, let's see what happens. Okay, so I did find out on this HBX that if I just lift up the door of the body, I can reach in here and get the power turned on. And I'm holding this one-handed, so I'm hoping that that just turned on. Now, you're not supposed to turn on the car and then the transmitter. Everybody knows that. But to try to get this to go haywire, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then I'm supposed to hit the throttle before it binds to see if it goes nuts. So, yep. I am not touching anything, and it's going full beans in reverse right now. So, Tomley, sorry for stealing. Okay. Yep. Where's the power? I've got all the power. Oh, don't get caught up in my leg hair. Okay, got it. Okay, that was pretty crazy. And luckily it went in reverse and I was able to trap it with my feet, because otherwise it would have gone right off the end of my porch and straight down 4 or 5 steps, and who knows what kind of damage that would have done. But yeah, HBX, they're not lying. So that's a good warning to have on there. Make sure you don't do that. But anyway, the takeaways from today: fly bar models, no, stay away from them. Not good. HBX and the 143 drift car, I don't remember the brand of that, phenomenal. Get those, worth it. And they're budget friendly. So look into those if you're interested in an on-road, that's what I was looking for, on-road street car, drift car. These things are a lot of fun, and they're mini scale. So you guys know me, this whole channel is devoted to mini scale. So that's what we've got today. Hit that quadfecta before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Keep doing RC stuff, and I will see you next time.